Hola todos. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Day in the Life of Nima. This is literally my third time recording in the last like 5 minutes for YouTube. So basically, I'm gonna try not to get tongue-tied like I do as usual. I don't know. Sometimes I have like a fear of talking in front of an audience, but who doesn't? So basically, this video is called "What I Learned Being Single" and a little background story. I'm not gonna go into all of it. So we talk about exes and reminiscences on them because nobody wants to reminisce on an ex, that pulls you back in life. So basically, I've been single for about 2 years, which my last situationship was in 10th grade, and that is a long time ago, and your girl is getting old. So basically, the first thing that I learned about being single is that be thankful for that experience, but don't repeat the same mistakes. I know as human beings we have a tendency to beat ourselves up about things, and honestly possibly not forgive ourselves, but I mean, if we can forgive others, why can't we really forgive ourselves? I mean, not forgiving yourself, which is what I'm learning to do about weird decisions I made in my past, can be a roadblock in your journey and everything, and it could just cause a lot of different issues and problems, and like I said, can cause a roadblock. The second thing that I learned is that go with your gut feeling. If you feel something's not right, what I do is take it to the Most High first and ask Him to lead me and what to do, and then I take it to my partner, my boyfriend, my whoever I'm courtshipping. I never courtshipped before. I just learned about courtshipping. So yeah, you need to address it with your partner. And I know a lot of people don't feel comfortable with that, but it's really important because you need to get everything out and open and cleared in the air. Because if you don't, that can lead to unhealthy promiscuous acts like cheating physically or cheating mentally and spiritually. I feel like that if you detach yourself from somebody mentally and spiritually, you already cheated. You're just gonna go ahead and do it possibly in the physical attribute because you're no longer attached to that person. Another thing I learned from being single is that don't tell people your business, honestly. People, I have told people before when about my relationships, everything, not to brag or anything. It's just like me, it takes me like a while to get into relationships. Literally, if I date possibly 1 year, I mean years later, I'll date again. It won't be like a sequence or sequel constantly. It won't be like a synchronizing pattern. I don't know why my life is like that, honestly. And people are like, you don't go anywhere to trust me. I do go places to try to meet people, but it just sometimes people's lives is different from others. So basically, don't tell your business to a lot of people. I thought people that I told my business to would actually be happy for me, considering they was always the type of people to be in relationships constantly. But all they did was help contribute to the desolation of the relationship. Um, Another thing I learned about being in a relationship, just don't assume that somebody really cares for you. Actions do speak louder than words. I know it can sound, whatever somebody says can sound really flattering, but truthfully, honestly, a lot of people just want to tell you what you want to hear just to gain from you. And basically, they leave you dry and high when they got what they wanted. So that was a big thing for me. I never was the type of person to like fall for like, yeah, you're so beautiful, you're so pretty. I'm like, my father already tells me how he thinks of me, and I don't need you to do that. Another thing I learned about being in a relationship is somebody is peer pressuring into something that is not love. And I know like a lot of people my age group, or even grown adult people, they be like, since he or she keep knocking on the situation, maybe I should go ahead and give in. This is what you make sacrifices for people you love, and that's very true. You make sacrifices for people you love, but if it's not, how do you say this, if somebody's pressuring you into something, it's not meant to be. When you make sacrifices for each other, you're on a mutual pavement, you're on a mutual agreement. It shouldn't be forced. That's another thing that I learned in a relationship, to pay attention to the red flags. That is a big sign, and if you don't, it could honestly be deadly. It can lead into some horrible things that you don't want it to lead to. Another thing that I have learned so far is that it's honestly okay to be single. I try not to let that bother me a lot of times. Sometimes it does. Like I was recently like in a public place, and like this couple literally passed by me repeatedly. I guess they was fronting the relationship. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna envy that, because honestly, you don't know what type of price somebody has to pay in the end just to be with a person. Another thing I learned about being in a relationship is be careful who you let into your life. Honestly, and it's just not for dating; it's for associates as well. Because I really don't like to use the word friend nowadays, because it's not many of those in life anymore. Be careful who you let into your life, because people are really conniving, and they could be some serious snakes, and put some venom on you that you don't want. And some people are just there for the ride and get off when the wheels can't go anymore. I know I'm using some strange analogies. So yeah, and if any of you guys who are single right now, it can be kind of frustrating. But don't let it bother you. I know that sounds strange. I try to think of it on the bright side. I'm still learning about a lot of things in life, as well as myself. And with all this promiscuity going on, and like the HIV rates and STD rates going up, it's kind of a blessing to be single in these days. It's really hard to find somebody that's really down for you and that's really true. And a lot of people are wolves in sheep's clothing, so you really have to be careful, you guys. And this is basically what I learned about being single. And I hope you like this video. Please share your comments and your insights and your thoughts, and I will try to get back to you the best way that I can. I'm on YouTube sometimes quite a bit, so I'm probably gonna respond back faster than you think. And once again, this was your girl Nima. Arrivederci, and bye.